Welcome to our new hit morning show called Half Calf, where every day we upload a short little video that's hopefully interesting, educational, maybe...
Was I supposed to say motivational?
If you want to. Whatever you want.
Oh.
You're the coach. You can kind of describe the...
Motivational.
Today is September 11th.
How come?
Well, so today is something called Patriot Day. And Patriot Day is the remembrance of what happened on September 11th, 2001, which was a terrorist attack on the United States. One plane crashed near the Pentagon, 2 into the World Trade Center, 1 in a field. Remember how terrible of a terrorist attack that was.
How come you picked it out of all the other days?
Well, because it's the most significant, I think. It's not a feel-good topic, which we usually like to kind of do on this channel, but it is important to remember some of these things. These are things that go into the founding of what we do to keep going further as a country. We need to kind of remember some of these bad moments that happen. So, we've got a new segment on the show today where we're going to interview someone. Today's interview, we're going to be interviewing Alison Groves. Alison was on the team at High Rise, and I don't even really know how to do her bio justice. She's done a whole lot of things. She's helped produce and assist kind of musicians, and she's done a whole lot of stuff in customer support. Right now she's at Help Scout. She's done some really cool stuff with a program called Girls to the Moon that is helping girls kind of learn more about STEM and have a safe space to kind of hang out and answer questions about anything on their mind. But I think specifically around things like science and work and careers and entrepreneurship. But I don't know where she is right now. Oh, I'm in the wrong meeting. Ah, jeepers. Oh, come on.
What meeting are you in?
I was in my daily stand-up meeting for work. I stink at this. Hang on, now we have no volume. Why isn't this working? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes!
Yes.
Sorry. How's it going?
What's going
Good to see you.
Good to see y'all too. It's been too long. What's the bigger idea? You want to have your own YouTube channel and just ask people questions? Interview them. I'm into it.
We want to interview more famous people, but they don't have time right now.
Not time right now.
We tried David Blaine, and David Blaine was busy.
To settle for the less famous people.
Do you want to start asking Alison some questions you had?
How do you like to spend your time?
So I was in Europe when all of this started happening, and I had to rush home.
Yeah.
And
How come
then I was very...
How come you just couldn't stay in Europe for a little while?
Oh gosh, I wish I had the answer to that question. That's a tough one. I wish I could have stayed. I'd still be over there. I'd be there forever. But when I came home, I had to, everything. We couldn't do anything. And so the way that I started passing my time was baking. And I would just, every day that I could, I would just bake cakes, cookies, whatever. I taught myself how to decorate cookies. And so then I was like, I need to do something else now. And so now I've started building things. So I've...
How did you teach yourself how to bake cookies? When you didn't know how
I
so how do you
watch videos.
Oh.
Yeah, I watch videos to learn how to bake. There's this really famous bakery that makes this really famous birthday cake, and the woman who invented it shows you how to make it. And so I spent a lot of time watching her videos and then making her cakes and stuff. So.
Oh, no way. What is this place? What's the famous bakery?
It's called Milk Bar.
Oh, yeah. What, Christina Tosi? Am I saying her name right?
Yeah. And
Cool.
so she, on Bon Appetit, she's did a whole video on how to make their birthday cake, which they will charge you $50 to have one sent to you, or
Yeah,
you can
for
just
sure.
make it yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She rocks. She's awesome. What's up? How do I know Christina Tosi? We buy her stuff. She's famous. She hangs out with David Chang, and she's part of that whole madness. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got to check that out.
What do you do when you feel sad?
What do you do when you feel sad? I assume you've had some sad moments during these COVID times. Yeah, how are you getting by? What are you doing to kind of help your own mental health?
Yeah, I just had a little period of time where I felt really sad. I think that feeling sad is normal and is happening to all of us. You know, I live here in my house by myself, and it's been even harder now because people can't just come over and pop in and say hi.
Do you have a pet?
I don't. It is just, I have a plant.
We've got some squash. Uh-oh. Maybe we don't anymore since we haven't been watering it. Have you been watering the squash?
I think it didn't survive our vacation very well.
Oh no. Oh no. That's okay. You could get more plants. So to help when I'm sad, I have learned everyone has to learn what works for them, right? So for me, I have to just ask for help. So when I feel sad and I know that I need to see someone else or hang out with a friend, I have to ask for that. So I think it's just a matter of saying it's okay to be sad. And when you are sad, know what makes you happy and ask for it. Because a lot of times people don't like asking for help.
That's true. That's really good advice. That's really good advice for like all sorts of parts of life, huh?
Yeah, you just have to ask for help. It's the hardest thing in the world to do too, especially as an independent lady.
Yeah. We have time for one more question only, because we do these over breakfast. And are you done with your breakfast?
Yeah.
You are?
What were you eating? What were you having for breakfast?
Cereal and just kidding, I'm not starting with my breakfast.
What kind of cereal were you having?
Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, man.
One last question then.
Okay.
Who are your best friends and why do you like each other?
So I have 3 best friends. 2 of them have the same name, so that keeps things really fun. Turns out most girls that were born in the late 70s are either named Courtney or Jennifer. So 2 of my best friends are Courtney. They spell their names differently. And then my other best friend is Christy, who doesn't even live in the same city that I do, but we talk to each other almost every day. So that's one thing about when you're an adult, you know, you get to keep these really wonderful friendships, even if you don't live in the same place, which is really, really great. Thank you, technology, for doing that. Every Sunday morning, we have breakfast together over FaceTime. So that's how we hang out. But why do I like them? Was that the second part of your question?
Why do you like each other? Yeah.
Why do we like each other? We're all very different, and I think that's what makes for the best kind of friendship, right? Like, if we were all the same, then that would be very, very boring. So one of the Courtneys is very, very quiet and thoughtful and all the things that I'm not, as I'm loud and rambunctious, and so she balances me out that way. The other Courtney is even more loud and take charge and does all these things, but is really, really kind. And kindness to me is really all that you look for in a friend anyway. And the same thing goes for my other friend, Christy, who lives in Baltimore. She's very, very quiet and reserved, and I think we balance each other out that way too. But what they all share in common is that they're all kind to me, to them, and that's the thing that, you know, that makes me the most happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is there anything you want to self-promote? Is there anything you want to kind of direct anybody to project-wise?
No, I don't have anything really going on outside of work. I'm kind of, you know, much like everyone else is right now, hibernating and doing piddling things, learning things around the house. So I've taken up woodworking and building furniture and stuff like that.
And I saw you're building a deck.
So if anyone wants me to build them some chairs or tables, I'd be happy to do that. I was building a deck. I built some chairs, building a fire pit. I'm about to start building a kitchen table. So just like things to pass the time and to learn a new skill. I've learned that, you know, work should really come secondary to everything else in your life, and should try and, like, you know, be somebody else outside of work. So
Yeah, right on. Cool. All right.
Why do you always say right on?
I don't know.
Because that doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
Addison, have you started school yet?
I don't like school. I don't.
Because you miss your friends? Yeah. When you get to be an adult, you'll look back on how wild your childhood was, especially this part, and we'll think it's funny, I think.
Yeah, what a crazy memory that's going to be as an adult.
Yeah.
All right, we've got to keep our train moving because we are on things like school schedules. But Allison, thanks a lot for hanging out, checking in with us, and it was good seeing you even for just a brief moment like this.
I'll talk to y'all soon.
Cool. Bye.
Okay. Bye, Addison.
Okay, now I scheduled the meeting for the wrong day. This is not going so well.